Today we're going to take a look at some of the Lego Speed Champions cars that I have already built and not done build and reviews. I just put them together. So I want to talk about these and highlight some of the ones that are my favorites. Hey, it's Mr. Johns, and I wanted to show you some of the Lego Speed Champions cars that I have already built, and I did not do a build and review on these. I was too excited to build them and wasn't doing videos then. So I'm going to start with the 1968 Ford Mustang. As you can see, it's 68 is the number. It's a 1968 Mustang. It's got a EC Spark sponsorship. There's the Ford decal, and of course it's got the classic racing green with the black and gold stripes up the middle. So also the gold wheels that match the stripes. So it's a great kit. Double exhaust out the back. Of course, on the Mustang you've got the Running Horse logo on the chrome gas cap and the classic three tail lights, which is kind of the Mustang classic look for the brake lights. This particular kit came out in 2018 and had 183 pieces. Next up is the Ford Fiesta M Sport WRC. I did a build and review video on this one not too long ago, so you can see how it comes together, as well as some additional thoughts on that. This one, lots of sponsor decals because this is a rally race car, and of course they put sponsors every spare inch they can. One thing I thought was interesting, it's got skid plates on the bottom, and you know, most of the cars don't. There's on the Mustang, there's a skid plate on the back, I guess, to protect the exhaust system or something. I'm not really sure why that's there. It's interesting that they even bother to do that, but on the rally car there are four, assuming that you're going to be like jumping over rocks and dirt, so you need these skid plates. So I assume on a real rally car, you know, they've got all kinds of protection on the undercarriage as well, and that's probably why. One thing that I left out on this particular build, it came with an optional hood scoop, not hood scoop, I keep calling it a hood scoop, came with an optional LED light night kit, which you can swap out and put in place here. I just didn't like the looks of it. I get it, if you're doing a rally race at night, you've got to have all kinds of lights. It probably would also have light bars up on top too in real life, but I decided just to toss that aside and keep the cool look of the hood on that one. So that one also came out in 2018, 203 pieces. Also in 2018, this is a beautiful Ferrari. I love that Lego was able to score licenses with some of the biggest luxury and sports car names in the market. So we've got Chevy, Ford, McLaren, Porsche, Ferrari, you know, very Dodge, very cool. So, and I think there's a Lamborghini also in one of the newer models. So here we've got this Ferrari F88 GT3 Scuderia Corsa. It's very Italian. One of my favorite cars. The Ferraris end up looking really nice in Lego, and even though these are still 6 wide kits, the detail is quite good. And of course, I think a Ferrari has to be bright red, so it's got the, you know, the green, white, and red, very Italian look, and really cool looking build. No skid plates on this baby because this bad boy is supposed to be low to the ground and fast. So this car had 179 pieces. So the next car that I've got on my list here came in a 2 Porsche set. And the price was right because you get 2 cars for the, well, not for the price of 1, but you get 2 cars, two cars for the price of 2. So what we have here is the Porsche 911 RSR, and so that's the racing version. So we've got the nice spoiler tail in the back, which allows you to adjust the angle. It also has another smaller tail for aerodynamics right below it. And that whole thing lifts up as well, which is pretty cool. I like how the taillights are like a clear orange, and so when you get the light through it, it almost looks like there's a light inside of those taillights. And so love the black wheels on black tires, and the entire look of this thing, the low front spoiler, and of course most of these all have a driver sitting right in the middle of the car. These are 6 studs wide, so there's only room for 1 driver, and honestly you're not going to have 2 drivers in a race car anyway. But the newer 8 stud wide cars, which I don't have or plan to build, have room for 2 people in the car, which is maybe fine for normal vehicles, but for race cars, don't need them. And so this particular Porsche is the 911 Turbo 3.0. And I love the green color. It's got the classic 911 headlights, which is very well known. So you've got that kind of that front fender that ends in the headlight, and that's a very 911 look with the spoiler in the back, which does not move up and down like the RSR. So again, black on black, but it's got a little chrome trim, silver trim around the wheel. On the back, little bumpers. No skid plates on this thing either. This is meant to be a fast, low to the ground driving car as well. Driver inside with a green racing shirt on and white helmet. Next up, the Ferrari F40. Still we are the bright red classic color for Ferraris. This is a 2019 kit with 198 pieces, no skid plates on the bottom, and we've got kind of, you know, the a little more boxier look on the earlier Ferraris, and so but the F40 was one of my favorites when it first came out. It's got this kind of this classic spoiler that's pretty simple, just kind of a flat black crossing on the top here. The F40, very classic lettering font. We've got some really cool brake lights in the back, some couple oranges, a couple reds, and then the classic Ferrari wheels, the five-pointed star silver wheel on black tires. And Ferraris have all these little scoops for air intake in the door and below the door in the front. We've got the Ferrari emblem, of course, and the headlights, and you've got your driver inside. And he doesn't have a helmet on, so I don't know what's going on with that. I've got to find him a helmet. That is not safe. So great build, love that car. Another Ferrari. So the Chevy Camaro. So this also came out in 2019. This is the ZL1 race car, and you know it's got the kind of the fat tires with the Chevy Camaro. They look like real tires. I love that because a lot of tires will have the yellow letters on the side of these fat racing cars. So this is the classic blue Chevy color, and I like how it has 2019 on the top, so you can see that, and some graphics, kind of some light blue, not really flames, but just tears, like light blue tears on the dark blue. Here's your gas input, and no skid plates on the bottom. Again, this is meant to be a stay on the ground, go fast kind of race car. And I love how the exhaust comes out the side here. There's no exhaust in the back, so we just port the exhaust out of one side over here, not on this side, and that's kind of a nice touch. And we've got your driver's inside, but he's hard to see because he's got a roll cage and some netting and all kinds of stuff around him to keep him safe. So, all right, my first McLaren that I built. And, you know, it's amazing what Lego can do with these little tiny kits, 219 pieces. You know, you would think that in a couple hundred little Lego pieces, you would not be able to make anything look like anything, right? But you look at any of these cars, and just by looking at them, you know it's a Ford or a Camaro or a Ferrari, right, or a 911. You just know it. And so this car is beautiful. It's a McLaren Senna, 219 pieces. It's got the gray and orange accents, which is a definite McLaren kind of racing car look. The 5-spoke black wheels with the orange orange brakes and the orange trim on the wheel, and then you've got some accents of orange around the car. No skid plates, low to the ground. Love this whole cutout kind of cockpit look here. Instead of being flat down the side, the McLaren really comes in narrow here. And then this clear windshield that is very aerodynamic all the way up and over the top, with a spoiler, of course, that comes off, which I did not glue on, but with the spoiler that is adjustable. Get back on there, little guy. So here's another call for super glue. I would have super glued that, but not this. So you can kind of adjust however you like that look. So wonderful car, very low to the ground, looks fast. One of my favorites. So next up, we've got this is a pair of Dodges, and again they came in a set, a couple of racing Dodges. Now this particular, let's start with this one. I have added a little piece here because in my display I have it going around a sharp corner and kind of tipping like that, right? So you can do those kind of things with little extra pieces. I put a black one on here so you really wouldn't notice it. You can't see it very well, but it does look like maybe it's sliding around the corner. So this is the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. So we've got Dodge. Doesn't say Challenger anyway, though, does it? Actually, doesn't. This one I don't think looks so much like a Challenger so much, to be honest with you. But Dodges are a little hard sometimes because this is a Charger. But, or is this a Challenger? No, this is a Charger. So that's the thing. Chargers in the 70s looked like this, but Challengers today look like this. And Challengers looked like this back in the day, and now Chargers look like this. So it's a little confusing to me, but this is a Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. And so we know it's a Demon. It's got the Demon logo, and it's got the SRT. So it's definitely a sport rally race and track version. No skid plates on the bottom, 2 exhaust, classic Dodge taillights, which are stickers in this case, which is kind of a bummer, but that's pretty hard to do in Legos. And yellow hardtop. Drivers on the inside, got some nice mirrors here, and then of course you've got the air intake on the hood. Such a big engine, it needs extra air sucked in. And then here's your sticker headlights. I'm not a fan of the stickers, if at all possible, if you can use Lego pieces to make them pop and be 3D. So a lot of this is sticker on the front. So if I had any complaint and criticism, A, it looks like a Charger, not a Challenger, in my opinion. B, the stickers aren't as great as Lego pieces. But let's take a look at this other one, because the Dodge Charger RT, the race and track version with a huge engine scoop. This is classic 1970. So this is a 1970 Dodge Charger, and so love the wheels, black on black. I love the black paint with the red stripe on the back with the Hemi sticker. No skid plates on the bottom. It's not a jump car. This is not supposed to be jumping. Interesting. It's got some lights underneath the bumper here up front, and instead of stickers, it actually has physical headlights in there. So it's 3D. So it's little tiny white pieces with some grates on top of them, which I think looks really great. And then this whole engine part which is just awesome. So it has like a pulley system that actually spins, and so that would be, it would have a belt, a rubber belt around that, so that would turn, right, would create extra air on this nice huge air intake. I just love the looks of that, and it's got the classic Charger font on the sticker here, and your driver sitting low on the inside. One of my favorite cars, and the tail lights are red Lego pieces, not stickers. So this, I mean, these came together, but this is the much nicer car of the two. My last car that I have built without doing a build and review video is this. This is also a 2019. So I discovered these in 2019, so last year. And so that's why a lot of these are 2019s. And now I have to go back and buy those from 2018, 2017, 2016. And they started in 2015. So I hope to collect and do some build and reviews on some of those earlier ones. But the prices are up on those quite a bit because they are retired. All right, so this is the 1974 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.1. So it is similar. If I grab this other green Porsche, you know, they're very similar. If you look at the builds, oh, I'm missing a piece. So another reason for super glue, but I'm missing a little, maybe I didn't have it, couldn't find it, but I'm missing a piece there. So these look pretty much identical, right? Other than being green. This one is white, and I've got different color wheels. And this one is either missing hubcaps or didn't come with hubcaps. I don't remember. I would have put them on if they were on, so maybe they didn't come with them. But pretty much the same build, a little bit different on the bottom. Not sure why, but the builds are pretty much the same. It looks like they just used the same kit. So this particular one, the white build, is a Turbo 3.1, whereas the green one is a Turbo 3.0. And other than that, pretty much identical, but it's the classic Porsche 911. Gotta have it. So great build. If you can find any of these, grab them. When they were new retail, they were 15 bucks. You're going to spend twice that at least now that they're retired, unless you get really lucky. So look around and build some of these Lego Speed Champions race cars. They are amazing and fun kits.